Hi y'all, this is Carrie. Welcome to the Kindred Way. I was going through a binder of recipes that my mother gave to me, and they were really old. Some of them were handwritten, and one in particular was a recipe that my grandmother hand wrote. I had mentioned her in another video that she was almost 95, and my mother said no, she was 95, almost 96 when she passed a couple of years ago. But this is her carrot cake recipe. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's okay. So let me just kind of tell you what this is. 1.5 cups of Wesson. Y'all remember those Wesson oil commercials with Florence Henderson? I'm dating myself, but remember those? 2 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of soda, doesn't say baking soda, just says soda, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1.5 vanilla, salt, doesn't say how much salt, 2 tablespoons of buttermilk, 2 carrots, doesn't say if they're to be chopped or shredded, 1 cup of pineapple and pecans, doesn't tell me how many pecans to use, and then you bake for 350 for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So, and then she has the cream cheese, 1 package of cream cheese, juice of lemon or orange, and 1 box of confectioner's sugar. That's it. You know, nowadays we mix the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients and then put them together. I don't know that she really did that. So we're going to make this recipe and we're going to see how it turns out, because there's no baking powder in here. I expected more sugar. I'm not quite sure. So we're going to make this, and we're putting it into a 9x13 pan that's been oiled and floured into our oven at 350 degrees. We're going to go by what she says, but I am going to do the dry ingredients, wet ingredients things and put them together. So I'm also going to use a stand mixer, which I don't think she had. I think she just did this by hand, so I'm cheating here a little bit. But that's okay. But we're still going to make it. And I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Okay, so we're going to do our dry ingredients first. So let me get a little bowl for that. Move some of this stuff up. You see how I try to be professional this time and have all my ingredients measured out? I thought, why not? Okay, so we're going to do the dry ingredients first, which is the flour, and her recipe says 3 cups of flour, and that's what we're going to do. My stuff here. Ooh, okay. 1. 2. 3. Okay. Let me take this, move it over here. All right. The next thing she said was baking soda. And I measured out 1 teaspoon of baking soda, soda, cinnamon, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and there's a fly in here, and then salt. She doesn't say how much salt, so I'm just going to do like 1/2 teaspoon or so. You know, whatever I grab, that's what I'm going to use. So. All right, there we go. And then we're going to stir this. I'm just going to whisk it all together. And that flour is kind of lumpy because I vacuum seal my flour, and then I usually sift it or use a whisk to get all those big clumps out. So make sure that cinnamon is all the way through there. All right. Oops. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to use my stand mixer, and here I'm going to do 2 cups of flour. There we go. I guess I thought there'd be brown sugar. I don't know. All right. 2 cups of sugar. Did I say flour again? You know how I am. 2 cups of sugar. Okay. I mean, if you've seen my other videos, you know I'm always, yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna add the buttermilk. And I have 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. Okay, and then we're gonna add vanilla. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. I don't think this is gonna reach over here. You know, I don't have the biggest kitchen, so. All right, let's do this. Get this going, and then I'm gonna put eggs in. Usually I put in 1 at a time, but like I said, she didn't have a stand mixer, and I doubt she put in 1 at a time. I'm gonna put this over here. Woo. All right. 1, I'm doing 1 at a time. All right, 2. 3. We'll let that keep on going. Okay, we're going to drizzle in. This is not Wesson oil. This is vegetable oil. She said Wesson oil, so it's like when you read a recipe and it says oleo, and you know that means butter, but you don't see it anymore. At least not where I live. So we're gonna put this in. Okay. Let's see. What are we missing here? Carrots. That would help, huh? Okay, so it calls for, I'm going to stop this right now, 2 cups of carrots. I'm going to use my little, what? Is it over this way? It looks like it's going that way. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cups of carrots. And I have this shredder thing that I should probably use more than I do. But I use it for cheese and just different things that need to be shredded. So, you know, the problem with this is it's supposed to stick to the countertop. And on this little cheap island thing that I bought, it doesn't stick. So you're supposed to take it, and you're supposed to tighten it down. So see, now it won't move at all, but it was gonna move over here. So just gonna kind of move things over. And let's see. And you can go ahead and do this. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Okay. They might be too big for the carrot cake, but that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. These do come with 3 different sizes, so I probably should have picked a smaller size to shred, but we'll see. All right. You see that? That is so cool and so quick. I just need to get a cup to know how much it is. All right. Let's put it in here. Let's just see. Okay, let me turn this. We're gonna have plenty, so let me undo this. You turn this back on. Okay, we're gonna put in 1 cup of carrots. And we're gonna go ahead and that was just about right. 2 cups of carrots. Okay, and then she says 1 cup of pineapple, which I've already measured, but it's getting kind of wet. I drained it, but it still doesn't look drained. Okay, put this in here. All right. I'm excited. I mean, I don't even remember if I had this as a little girl, but knowing me, I probably loved it, so. All right, move all my mess over. Now, we're gonna put in all of our dry stuff. I'll do this a little at a time. Yeah, there it goes. It's thickening up. And I'm just making a bigger mess. But that's okay. As long as I clean up after myself. My cameraman's talking to me again, which is my brother. So if you see he looks like, that's why. All right. Whew. All right. Now she says 350 degrees for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I don't know. Maybe because it's really wetter. Maybe because there's pineapple. I'm not really sure. Okay. Get this out of here. Okay, so the last thing she has is pecans. Now, she didn't say how much, so I just went with a cup because it seems like a cup and a cup. But I decided I'm not going to put them in the mixer. I'm going to fold them in here, stir them in. I grab my handle so this doesn't go flying everywhere. Scrape all this down. All right. All right, see that? That's what it looks like. That's Mama's carrot cake. That's what we called her Mama. If you're in the South, you probably call your grandma Mama, Meemaw, all that good stuff. Okay, I guess I should have taken this off so I wouldn't make a mess. All right. I need to cut this part. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pour this into our floured, oiled and floured, and it looks like some of my flour soaked into the oil, but that's okay. And we're gonna put this in. We're gonna bake it. It says 1 hour and 15 minutes, but I'm going to put it on for about 45 minutes and then start checking. So, and it may take the whole 1 hour and 15 minutes. I don't know. All right, let's get this all in here. All right. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'll see you when it's finished baking. Let's put it in. After it cools down, we'll make the cream cheese frosting and then we'll see how it tastes. See you in about an hour and 15 minutes.
One hour later.
Well, we're back and it took 1 hour to bake our cake. And at this time, I want to ask you to subscribe and ding that little notification bell because we love doing this. Okay, so this carrot cake is completely cool. We got it out, we let it cool. We're gonna make the cream cheese frosting that was in my grandmother's recipe. And it's been at room temperature all day. So,
What's been in room temperature?
I already said cream cheese. Cameraman, brother. Okay. We're gonna put the cream cheese in our bowl. Okay. Get a little bit of this out. Okay. Set this aside. Okay, so my grandmother said lemon or orange, juice of lemon or orange. She didn't say how much. So I'm going to use half a lemon. Sometimes that southern drawl gets in the way. Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze this in here. Okay. That away. And the other thing that was in her recipe was 1 box of confectioner's sugar. I don't have a box, but I will tell you that confectioner's sugar is 16 ounces. So that's what we're putting in here. That's what we're putting in here. All right, so we're gonna put all in there. And of course, I made a mess as usual, but I clean up, so. All right, I'm gonna use my mixer, my hand mixer. Let's take this off here. It's coming along here. I might need a little bit more lemon juice. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna put in just a little bit more lemon juice. These are really little lemons because at my grocery store, that's all they had. All right. Some more in. All right, here we go. We're on all of this. It's looking really good. Every little bit of that. Looks really good. And I don't have any little kids that want to come lick my beaters like when they were little, so I put them aside. And I'm going to put this frosting on this cake because I want to taste it. I want to know what this recipe tastes like. So we'll start putting a little here. It's hard to see in this bowl, but we have a lot. Probably should have got a scraper, but we're fine. There we go. All right. You know what? I'm going to get a scraper. Okay. Here we go. All right. Just going to do a little at a time, and then I'll put some more on, because if there's some left, I'm putting it back on. I'm not going to waste it. Make it as thick as possible. And as you can tell, I love to eat. This morning I have a video about smoothies, and my doctor of course says you need to lose some weight. So I pre-made some smoothies because my problem is I just grab whatever's there if I'm hungry. But if I prep and plan, then I can stay on track. So, and also my cameraman, who's my brother, is here. He moved from Colorado, and he's helped me out a lot. He cooks. He makes me go walking in the morning. So that's good. All right. And this is really messy. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad I put in some more lemon, because that is so good. All right. Wow, this is a lot. All right. Almost there, almost there. Almost got it all. Got it all. All right. Gosh, this is a lot. As you can tell, I'm not a cake decorator, but as long as you can eat it, I'm good. All right. I thought about taking some of those classes on how to decorate cakes and sugar cookies and make them all pretty, but I haven't done that yet. Well, I want the camera to see it, but okay. All right, that is so good. I'm eating it. Let me wash my hands. So I'm going to cut this, and this should be 12 servings. All right. Just got a little plastic plate. All right. Let's see what this looks like. You ready? Okay. Can you see that? Doesn't that look good? That looks so good. All right. There's one other thing I have to do to it, and that is eat it. You can see the carrots in there. I was worried the carrots were going to be too big, the shredded, but they're really good. That's really good. It's moist. It's kind of dense. It's really good. You can taste every part of the pineapple and the carrots. It is good. So, Stay with us from the Kindred Way for our next recipe or whatever we're gonna do. Can, cook. So, you're very distracting.
Good.
So we'll see you next time on the Kindred Way. Good.
An hour later.